Hello everybody, this is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13, and today I have these beautiful works of art, magical quad retrofit conversion on a 2020 Ford F350 Super Duty that I have now completed. The owner of these beautiful creations, his name is Dale, and he owns Shop 14, which is I believe a custom car shop or hot rod shop or auto restoration shop or some sort of cool car oriented shop up in the north, which I think means like Pennsylvania or something, but to me, since I live in Florida, everything is up north, so I can just say he's up north. But Dale reached out to me back at the end of November, so we're at about 4.5 to 5 months since the point of initial contact, and I'm finally wrapping these up. It was a big build. This took over a week of my time, but I am of course super ecstatic with the way that they came out. For starters, again, it is a quad retrofit, so we're going to be running a dual 35-watt HID system. We're using the square projectors, which are super rare and fun. I always love using these things because they're just a little bit different. We have, of course, a little Godzilla emblem etched on the bottom lens, and that is because it is going on, like I said, a 2020 F350, which has the Godzilla motor in it, which is, I think, a 7.2 liter diesel or something like that. I'm not much of an engine guy, you know that. I just build pretty things. I like audio systems and lighting systems. And of course, again, on the top, we have his shop logo, just says Shop 14. So we have a Shop 14 ByThirteen. You can see we are retaining the factory amber reflectors on the side there, so we did not replace those, just sticking with a stock look. The bezel is painted the OEM color. It is called magnetic. I think it's paint code J7, as well as the shrouds. So it's a great little contrast there, as the bowls are a gloss black as the bowl of this turn signal reflector bowl here. And he requested, and I complied with, taking that black all the way out around the edge. So that was really fun because it's pretty rare where I actually do a two-tone paint job on one piece of plastic. But I think it turned out really great, and it gives the housings a bit of a dimension, kind of does the wraparound sort of thing. You know, I like all of that. Now we also have the Switchback sequential strips on the top and the bottom, as you can see up there. Now this is a common request, so I'm just going to point it out because what he requested is that it wrapped all the way around to the edge there. First and foremost, the sequential strips really don't like to be bent that much, so I would not recommend that, and in this case, as you can see, I did not comply with that. And another thing is, when you have two different sequential strips on the same build, you really want to keep them on the same length. If you have them as different lengths, it just doesn't look right. So that's what we're working with here on this build. I'm super pleased with it. I think it came out fantastic, so let's fire some things up so you can see it all in action. Okay, so now I've got the HIDs fired up on the bench so we can see the output pattern of this. Now again, these quad retrofits are extremely technically challenging, especially in a housing of this size and caliber, because you don't have a lot of depth to work with. In a normal retrofit, you have the horizontal, the vertical, and the rotational alignment of the projector that you need to match up with the original output beam pattern in order for it to be a usable system. In a quad retrofit, you have to do that twice, and you need to make sure that your spacing between the projectors is consistent as well. We can see this is the beam output pattern on the wall. I will admit that bottom one is just ever so slightly off to the right and slightly more clocked there. When this is on the truck and when this is on the road, that is absolutely not going to be something noticeable. What's interesting to note just on this output pattern is all of these bulbs have a little bit of an inconsistency on them, and you can see that hot spot's right there, when in reality we'd kind of want a little bit over like that. That is considered under the category of bulb tuning, which is something that like the hardcore headlight guys could really get into. And as soon as you start talking about quad retrofit, this is so much light output, it doesn't matter. All right, let's move on and talk about these strips now. There are not 3 strips, there are only 2. That is just a reflection. So check them out. They are running light white as they are wired up. It is a little bit of a warm white as compared to the profile pivot strips, which is more of a cool white. However, again, unless you're a super enthusiast, white is white, and they are going to look really good. So this is a nice driving mode. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the sequential turn signal feature now. I'm just going to do it by hand because I no longer have a adjustable rate turn signal module relay whatever thingamajig. So that's the whole idea, and then when the turn signal's off, it goes back to white. And then on the other side, as you can see, it blinks over there as well, which is pretty much the idea. So you have turn signals on both sides. Now something worth mentioning is we also have the Morimoto bulbs, the LED bulbs that are inside that turn signal location. Those are going to be switchback as well, so they will be running light white and blink amber with the turn signal. Okay, that's the show and tell. Let's see, other things worth mentioning on this particular build. One, they are adjusted as far as height goes using the factory adjustment knobs, which are right there, so same as before. Everything is adjusted just like factory. Two, this is not a DIY build, nor is this really a DIY install. This is one really big concern of mine, is that I don't get to oversee the finished installation of this particular set. This is not going to be for the faint of heart. I have been assured that the capable and competent employees of Shop 14 will be able to handle the electrical aspect of this. Product and pricing information for this particular build will be in the video description, so if you have a late model Super Duty and are interested in a headlight build for yourself, please check that out. Every single set is custom built to offer precisely to the way that the client wants it, and that was part of the joy of going over this build with Dale over several months, basically just figuring out exactly what he wanted out of his headlight build, going back and forth with design ideas. Thank you so much for watching this video and checking out my latest and greatest creation. Again, this is 13 with Superior Mobile ByThirteen, and I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day. And for the record, this was recorded on the 13th, which is a special holiday for me. I have no idea by the time when I'll get this video edited and uploaded or whatever, but happy 13th to you, whatever day it may be. I'll talk to you later. See ya.